Welcome to MoonBeam Bedtime, where every night becomes magical. Here, gentle stories guide you into dreamland, filled with comfort, imagination, and peace. So snuggle in close, take a deep breath, and let's begin tonight's bedtime story. On a quiet beach where the sea shimmered silver under the moonlight, a little seashell named Coral lay half buried in the sand. Each night the waves would come to tickle her edges and whisper stories of the deep. But Coral could never whisper back. She only listened. She listened to tales of the great whales who sang to the stars, of glowing fish who danced like lanterns, and of hidden kingdoms beneath coral reefs. Still, Coral longed for one thing, to have her own whisper, her own story to tell. One evening, when the tide rolled gently in, Coral heard a soft voice beside her. "Why do you sigh so, little shell?" asked Sapphy the starfish, who had 5 sparkling arms and a curious tilt to her smile. "I wish I could whisper like the sea," Coral said. "I want to tell stories too." Sapphy thought for a moment. "Maybe you just haven't found the right story yet." The sea gives a whisper only to those who truly listen. Coral tilted herself toward the sound of the waves and closed her eyes. The sea hummed, the wind danced, and far away a dolphin laughed. But still, no whisper came. "Perhaps the sea isn't ready," Sapphy said kindly. "Sometimes stories take time to reach the shore." That night, as the moon rose high and painted the ocean in silver, Coral began to dream. She dreamed of floating far from the shore, where the water glowed like melted starlight. A gentle current carried her past a garden of seaweed that waved like ribbons and schools of fish that shimmered in rainbow trails. "Hello," Coral called to the fish. "Have you heard a whisper?" The fish giggled in bubbles. "All the sea whispers if you listen closely," they said, and darted away. Then she saw a huge turtle gliding past. His shell was carved with swirls of age and wisdom. "Do you know how to find my whisper?" Coral asked. The turtle smiled. "A whisper isn't found, little one. It's given, when your heart is ready to tell the world something true." Before Coral could ask more, a wave lifted her high, spinning her in a swirl of foam, and she woke up back on the sand. The morning sun rose golden and soft. Children played nearby, building sand castles and laughing as gulls danced overhead. One small girl with curly hair and freckles wandered close to Coral. "Oh, what a pretty shell," she said, picking Coral up gently. The girl held Coral to her ear, just like she'd seen others do. Her eyes widened. "I can hear the ocean," she whispered. It's talking." Inside, Coral gasped. Was that me? For the first time, she felt something stir deep inside her, a gentle hum, like a lullaby carried on the tide. That evening, after the girl had gone home and the beach grew quiet again, Coral shimmered with excitement. She called softly to the sea. "Was that my whisper?" The waves rolled in, laughing warmly. "You see, little shell," the sea said, "your whisper was always there. You just needed someone to listen." Coral glowed faintly in the moonlight. She realized that every story, every song, every wish needed both a teller and a listener. Night after night, Coral whispered stories into the tide about the turtle who spoke in riddles, the fish who danced like rainbows, and the starfish who believed in her. And when children came to the beach, they would pick her up, press her to their ears, and smile. "I can hear it," they'd say. "The ocean is singing." But what they didn't know was that Coral wasn't just echoing the sea anymore. She was whispering her own stories, carried gently across the waves into dreams. Far out in the ocean, the great whale heard corals whisper and sang it in a low, rumbling song. The dolphins picked up the tune and carried it through the reefs. Even the tiny plankton blinked in rhythm, their lights twinkling like stars under the waves. The sea had listened, and now it was listening back. One night, as Coral lay beneath a blanket of starlight, she thought of Safi, the turtle, and the little girl. "Thank you for listening," she whispered to the moon. The moon shimmered softly over the water and replied with a silver beam that touched her shell. And if you ever find a seashell by the shore and hold it to your ear, listen closely. You might just hear corals whisper, telling stories of friendship, courage, and the dreams that live in every wave. And as the waves kissed the sand and the stars twinkled above, the little seashell drifted into a peaceful dream, knowing that her whisper would travel forever, across the sea, across the sky, and into the hearts of those who listened.